In 1937, Amelia Earhart, one of the most celebrated and groundbreaking aviators of the 20th century, embarked on what would become her final and most ambitious journey, a circumnavigational flight around the globe. Earhart had already captivated the world, breaking records, defying societal expectations, and becoming a symbol of courage, independence, and human ambition. Her charisma, skill, and determination had made her an icon of modern exploration, someone who represented the limitless potential of daring and innovation. Yet, during her attempt to fly non-stop around the world on July 2, 1937, somewhere over the vast expanse of the Central Pacific Ocean, Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan vanished without a trace. Their disappearance would spark decades of speculation, investigation, and myth-making, raising questions that have yet to be definitively answered. The story of their disappearance is not just a tale of aviation tragedy. It is a profound mystery that has captured human imagination for generations, blending the allure of the unknown with the sobering power of nature's unpredictability. Earhart's flight from Lae, New Guinea, to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Central Pacific, was meticulously planned. Howland Island was barely 2 square miles, nearly invisible from the air without exact navigation. Earhart relied on celestial navigation, radio signals, and careful dead reckoning. Yet the vastness of the Pacific, coupled with unpredictable weather, posed challenges even for seasoned aviators. As the flight progressed, radio transmissions became increasingly concerning. Earhart reported difficulty finding the island, low fuel levels, and uncertainty about their position. Despite repeated transmissions and frantic monitoring by ground stations and naval vessels, communication ceased. That moment, an aviator known for her skill, courage, chorido, and preparation, suddenly disappearing into the immensity of the ocean, transformed Earhart's story into one of history's most haunting enigmas. The disappearance forced the world to confront the vastness of the Pacific and the limits of human technology in 1937, illustrating how even the most skilled individuals could be at the mercy of nature. The U.S. Navy, Coast Guard, and Pan American Airways launched what would become one of the largest search and rescue operations of the time, scouring thousands of miles of open ocean in hope of finding Earhart, Noonan, or even a piece of the Electra 10E aircraft. Ships combed the surrounding waters while planes flew endless patrols, scanning for floating wreckage or signs of survivors. Yet the ocean, vast and indifferent, offered no evidence, and the search soon yielded only frustration and unanswered questions. Howland Island, minuscule and remote, was difficult to locate even with precision navigation. Historians speculate that Earhart and Noonan may have flown over it without realizing, missed the island entirely, or attempted an emergency landing at sea, a maneuver that, given the Electra's fuel constraints and the treacherous waters, would have been nearly impossible to survive. The meticulous planning that had characterized Earhart's career was rendered powerless against the sheer unpredictability of the open ocean, and the world was left with the terrifying reality that someone who had conquered so many barriers could vanish entirely, leaving only speculation in their wake. Over the decades, countless theories have been proposed to explain Earhart's mysterious fate, each attempting to reconcile the aviator's experience, the meticulous planning of the flight, and the vast emptiness of the Pacific with the utter lack of evidence. The most widely accepted hypothesis is the crash and sink theory, suggesting that Earhart ran out of fuel and plunged into the ocean, leaving her Electra to rest on the seabed, perhaps hundreds or thousands of miles from Howland Island. Supporters of this theory point to the last radio transmissions, the precarious navigation conditions, and the extreme isolation of the route. Yet the total absence of recovered wreckage, even with modern sonar technology and deep-sea exploration, leaves this theory incomplete and frustratingly unsatisfying. Another compelling hypothesis involves Nicomaroro, a remote atoll in the Phoenix Islands. Researchers and investigators have suggested that Earhart may have been forced to land on this isolated island after missing Howland. Subsequent expeditions have uncovered fragments of aluminum, pieces of a shoe, and skeletal remains consistent with Earhart's age and height, leading some to conclude that she and Noonan may have survived temporarily as castaways before succumbing to starvation, dehydration, or exposure. This theory, while speculative, aligns with the possibility of a survival struggle, providing a humanizing glimpse into what might have been Earhart's final days. More controversial theories, though widely debated, posit that Earhart may have been captured by Japanese forces during their Pacific expansion, or that she intentionally faked her disappearance to live in secrecy. These ideas have captured the imagination of conspiracy theorists, but are largely dismissed by historians as lacking credible evidence. Each of these theories illustrates not only the mystery of Earhart's disappearance, but also the human desire to find meaning, cause, or explanation when confronted with a total absence of answers. The combination of fame, daring, and utter vanishing makes the case unique in history, a story that blends human courage, technological limits, and the inexorable power of nature. Amelia Earhart's disappearance elevated her from a pioneering aviator to a legendary figure in the cultural imagination, representing the limits of human ambition against nature's vastness. Her story resonates because it intertwines triumph, risk, and the unknown. A woman who defied social norms, pushed technological boundaries, and ultimately faced forces far greater than herself. Earhart has inspired generations of aviators, explorers, and ordinary people to challenge the impossible, to reach beyond fear, and to seek new horizons. Beyond history, she has become a symbol in literature, film, and folklore, the ultimate example of a life that dared greatly but vanished into mystery. The enduring fascination with Earhart reflects not only human curiosity, but also the haunting realization that the world is vast, unpredictable, and sometimes indifferent to even the most brilliant and prepared individuals. Modern searches continue to this day, employing satellite imagery, underwater sonar scanning, forensic anthropology, and even DNA testing, all in pursuit of confirming the final fate of Earhart and Noonan. Yet no definitive evidence has emerged, preserving the mystery for future generations. Her disappearance is a testament to the allure of the unknown, reminding humanity that some frontiers, whether in the air, on the sea, or in the human imagination, remain uncharted, dangerous, and compelling. Decades later, the search for Amelia Earhart continues to symbolize human curiosity, perseverance, and the quest for answers. Her story reminds us that some mysteries may never be solved, yet they endure, compelling us to look beyond, to explore, and to imagine. Amelia Earhart did not merely fly across the globe. She soared into history and into legend, leaving a challenge for all who dare to follow. If you want more deep dive documentaries on unsolved disappearances, aviation mysteries, and historic enigmas, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. Because some stories aren't just history. They are legends that continue to inspire and haunt the imagination.